Hello, classy people. How y'all be? It is Wayne Bolden. I am your Speed King, and it is Labor Day. We are here today to start on our next week races, and we're doing the Franklin-Simpson Stakes, Grade 2 at Kentucky Downs, 6.5 furlongs, a field of 12 three-year-olds, obviously on the turf, for $600,000. Very nice field. One of my favorite horses of all time is in the race. One of my pet horses, right? So I might be a little homer on this one, but I'll do a fair analysis as always. But before we get going, please do us a big favor. Subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, comment, like us, like that. We have a big field to get through here in this Franklin-Simpson Stakes on Saturday, which is the 10th race in Kentucky Downs as they shut things down next weekend at Kentucky Downs. Well, the number one horse in the race is Into the Sunshine, Into the Sunrise. 9 starts, 3 wins, 1 second, and 1/3, 454,000. Nice 3-year-old by Into Mischief, trained by Wesley Ward, who, by the way, has 2 in this race. Wesley Ward. And Into the Sunrise is a fairly speedy horse from the rail. This is only 6.5 furlongs, and he will be forwardly placed. His speed figures over his 9 races have progressively gotten better. Obviously, Wesley Ward does know how to handle these young horses. I'm not telling you nothing you don't already know. The horse is coming off of a 31-day break, so the horse should be fresh and fit after running third to Fauci and Arrest Me Red. So in the greatest stake race at Saratoga. So once again, the number 1 Into the Sunrise is a very speedy horse and should be taken very serious in this spot coming from the rail. Wesley Ward got Irad Ortiz up, so you know Wesley Ward means business. I can't believe the horse is 12-1 on the program, to be honest with you. So Into the Sunrise is a value play here, and I would suggest that you don't leave him off of any of your exotic wagering. His horse could get to the front and go gate to wire for sure. The number 2 horse, the Learjet. Well, the Learjet has 10 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 1/3. This horse is very nice by Prince of Lara. Brendan Walsh is your trainer here, and this horse has never started in the U.S. This horse is by way of England. Speed figures are okay. I never know how to handle these horses coming in from overseas. Again, 10 starts and 2 wins for just 139,000. Speed figures are okay. I mean, they're good enough. So the Learjet, Brendan Walsh is taking over training duties for this horse as he comes into the U.S. for his debut. So, no, actually the horse did run in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf last year and ran 7th at Fire at Will. Speed figures are okay. And once again, I'm not sure what to do with them, but I'm not going to use them on top. I would use the Learjet underneath. The number 3 horse, County Final. County Final is 8 starts, 2 wins, and 3 seconds. This is my guy, Steve Asmussen. This horse is by Oxbow. Speed figures look too light in here. This horse is only 8-1. That's pretty amazing, okay? Because the one horse, Into the Sunrise, it looks so much better than him in terms of speed figures. Let me just take another peek. Well, they're about the same. So County Final, again, made his 3-year-old debut on August 14th, coming off a 28-day layoff. So this is the 2nd start off the layoff. This horse was bred by Calumet Farms. West Point Thoroughbreds is the owner. Joel Rosario's up. He's been on fire down there in Kentucky. I know he won 5 races yesterday, which was Sunday, down at Kentucky Downs. So again, County Final is a horse that we probably should take a look at and use underneath in this here spot. This is a very tough race. The number 4 horse, Easy Time. Well, Easy Time, 5 starts, 2 wins, and 1/3. Mark Cassidy is your trainer. I don't like this horse at all. He did run in the Hall of Fame stake race at Saratoga on August 6th. The number 7 horse in this race, Annex, beat him. Annex ran second behind Public Sector, and we both know that Public Sector won another Grade 2 race this weekend, Chad Brown's Public Sector. So again, the number 7 in here is going to be bet, but we don't like the number 4 here, Easy Time, at all. And the number 5 horse, Miss Amulet. Well, Miss Amulet used to be in my stable, Mel, all the time. I like this horse. I picked this horse up some time ago, but just seemed like Miss Amulet is overmatched in this spot. 10 starts and 3 wins. I don't like Miss Amulet at all, the number 5 horse in this spot. And here is one of your favorites, the number 6 horse, trained by Wesley Ward. This is the second of the 2 Wesley Wards in the race. He also has the one, as we talked about earlier, Into the Sunrise. Well, the number 6 horse, Next, is a very, very nice horse by Not This Time, 7 starts and 3 wins. This horse is coming off of a 36-day freshening. This horse is kind of speedy as well, so I expect both Wesley Ward horses to be forwardly placed, both the 1 Into the Sunrise and the number 6 Next. Next's speed figures kind of towers over the rest of these. Next and Annex, both of those horses' speed figures are very, very good in this race. So Next is going to be one of your favorites, particularly coming out of the race where Public Sector came out of the Hall of Fame Stakes on August 6th. And everybody's going to see that running line as a key race that Public Sector ran and won a race this weekend up at Saratoga. So Next, we understand why the public will be high on him. He is 5-1 on the morning line, but he is one of the win contenders in this spot. And no different about the number 7 horse, Annex, which is going to be one of my top 2 choices in here. Billy Mott trained Annex, the number 7 starts and 3 wins. This horse is by Constitution, and the speed figure at last race is very, very nice. Coming out of that Hall of Fame race on August 6th, the same race that Next came out of. Next finished 4th, and Annex finished 2nd behind Public Sector. So everybody's going to dial in to the 6 and 7, okay, Next and Annex, because they came out of the race with Public Sectors, the Chad Brown monster. I think he won the Sonaric Stakes this past weekend. But again, they're going to dial into the 6 and 7, so those horses are going to be your favorite in this race, and rightly so. Both of their speed figures across the platform is better than everybody else's in this field. Okay, so again, 6 and 7, Next and Annex, they probably do deserve to be favored in this spot. The number 8 horse, Tango, Tango, Tango. I like that name. Well, Tango, Tango, Tango isn't a horrible horse. He's 20-1. Actually, I don't know why this horse is 20-1. I mean, he is a tick or 2 below speed figures with Next and Annex, but this horse, this horse runs very, very nice. 5 starts and 1 win. Maybe that's the reason. He's very light on seasoning. The horse is by Taurus, so he did get beat by the number 10 horse in this race, Point Me By, last race. But again, I don't like Tango Tango in this spot at 20-1, by no means. And the number 9 horse, Omaha City, 11 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 2 thirds. His speed figures just look too light. This horse is by Temperate City, by way of Saratoga, coming out of the Quick Call stake race. That Golden Pal, I believe that's a Wesley Ward runner, ran first, but he did run second behind Golden Pal, so he may draw some attention. Speed figures on Omaha City, the number 9, just looks too light in this spot for me, and it won't take me long to throw him, the number 9, Omaha City, off the ticket. Point Me By. Point Me By is a very, very lightly raced 3-year-old, has 3 starts and 2 wins. That's okay. Speed figures are okay. Again, very, very lightly raced horse. The horse is 7-2 on the morning line. Looks like he's improving each and every start, coming off a 28-day freshening. So again, he just doesn't have any seasoning, but his speed figures are okay. He did beat Tangle Tangle last time. looked like he was drawing off. I probably need to go watch that race. But the number 10 is actually the favorite here at 7-2, even in front of Nex and Annex. I don't particularly think he's seasoned enough to beat this. The number 10 horse, Point Me By. So we'll use him underneath. We're not afraid of him. And the number 11. Well, here's where my problem is, right? I'm going to be a little bit of a homer here. Of course, Bodenheimer is back. That's my guy. I've always loved Bodenheimer, who's by Attaboy Roy. And you know he's trained by one of my favorite female trainers, Valerie Ludd. And we bet Bodenheimer down there at the Breeders' Cup last year. You know where I bet him in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Sprint on November 6th, where Golden Pal won and Coane ran second. And Bodie is just a very, very fast horse. Really do need to start getting it done. Been overmatched, taking him at the wrong distance the last couple times. In my opinion, a mile and an eighth and 1 mile, he is better or suited for 6.5 panels. Now, we haven't seen Bodie since July 17th in a stake race at Arlington Park, which was the American Derby for $100,000. Is his speed figures really a cut below these? Yes. When you get beat by Tango Tango, who I totally don't like here, yeah, that's a problem. He also got beat by the bottom horse, King of Miami, down there in Canterbury at 19-1 in the Mystic Lakes Derby. So, other than him being a pet horse of mine, he does look like he's overmatched in this spot. But I will be using Bodenheimer. I think he's been freshened since July 17th. He's been away since July 17th, a total of, let me see how many days that is. A total of 56 days Bodie's been away. And he's going to have to break really fast. You know you have the number 1 horse Into the Sunrise on the rail, who's very speedy, and of course Wesley Ward's other horse, Nex, is very speedy. Bodie can only win the race one way and one way only, and that is to go to the front, but it's not going to be easy by no means. His speed figures are really light in this spot. So, again, it's a grade 2, but he is cutting back to his preferred distance. And if you go back and you watch that Breeders' Cup Sprint race in November 6th, I mean, this horse was in deep stretch with these horses. I do think that he's a very good horse by Attaboy Roy, and of course Valerie Ludd does a wonderful job. Brian Hernandez, oh God, is up on the horse, right? And me and Brian always have problems with Bodie. I don't think he breaks them fast enough, but again, you know, here we go with Brian Hernandez. So, you know, we're going to always play a flyer or two on Bodie, and always going to represent Valerie, because I like this horse. I've always liked this horse by Attaboy Roy. So there's Mr. Bodie's back. And the number 12 horse, King of Miami. 7 starts, 2 wins, 1 second. This is the horse that beat Bodenheimer back there on July 17th at Arlington Park in the American Derby. You know, but we are cutting back to 6.5 furlongs, and he will break to the front, Bodenheimer. So the King of Miami, the number 12, we don't like in this spot. He's way outside. Bodie will get the jump on him, that's for sure. So, what do we know in this here stake race, 10th race on Saturday at Kentucky Downs, the Franklin-Simpson Stakes? Here's what we know. We know the number 6 and number 7, Nex and Annex, are going to be heavily favored in here, as well as, I guess, Point Me By. But I'm going to go ahead and lean to my guy, Billy Mott, on the number 7. I think all systems are go here as my first choice, as well as Bodenheimer, the number 11. There's just no way I can't bet Bodie in this spot. He is overmatched, and he will have to improve, and maybe he did. Maybe he did improve a little bit, but I'm going to lean towards Annex and Bodenheimer in this spot, as well as the number 3 horse County Final. So there you go, folks. There is your stake race for next Saturday, the 10th race. the Franklin-Simpson stake over there. Your Speed King is kind of being a homer here. Of course, I'm going to take Billy Mott's horse, Annex. We like him a bunch. And of course, you know we always like Bodenheimer. Don't be surprised if Bodie pops out there and do some work, right? Because this is a very, very fast horse. And we expect the horse to start to come around. It really is time to get a win under his belt. And, oh man, this would be some upset if he can win this race. So, there you go. We know that Wesley Ward's going to be tough in the race. We know he has Next. We know that my guy, that's right, Billy Mott has a 7. And, of course, that number 10 horse down there. I'm not sure why he's that price on the morning line. Point me by, but he hasn't done anything wrong. So, again, I'm not negative on him. At all, point me by, but I don't like him at 7-2 with only 3 starts against such a seasoned field like this. But his speed figures do suggest that he's moving in the right direction and that he's going to get better at what he does. And he does have Louis Saez up. So, and I know Mr. Kennedy is a very, very good trainer. So once again, the 6, 7, and 10 are the ones to beat. We're going to look towards the number 7 Annex and the number 11 horse Bodenheimer outside with his speed. Hopefully we can get to the front and do some work. Where else other than in Kentucky Downs? As always, see our description down there. See our disclaimer down there in the description, please. And stay classy in all that you do. Come on, Bodie, let's get some of this money, as well as Annex. Those are our top 2 picks in this race. You know we like County Final as well as our 3rd choice. That is the Asmussen runner. 7, 11, 3 is our top picks in this here Franklin-Simpson stakes. Stay classy in all that you do. Enjoy yourself. Have a great, safe work week. And I'll talk to y'all shortly.